शिवाय गोपीनाथ देवी देवी की जय, जगन्नाथ बलदेव महाराज की जय, द्वारिका की जय।
Where are you sleeping now?
Mancini's car.
Oh.
Hardcore.
No, where are you sleeping?
Yeah, it's a big car.
And you don't have cold?
No, see, once your body gets warm with blankets, ask an Eskimo. They live in England. Once your body gets warm with cars, yeah, it's getting out of the car, it's cold.
Ik kan niet echt met mij, zo ergens een kiezen voor.
Mellows.
Ja.
Have you seen mellows?
Ja.
Have you heard about mellows?
En mijn oom is bedrijf.
Nice. What about your life in Belgium?
Zie je? Breeze.
You don't want to go to Halle?
No, he does not call it. He broke his leg in collar.
Oh, here, no, quite time. Shri Gauri Sai Ki Jai. Shri Radha Gopinath Radhedesh Radhedesh Ki Jai. Shri Jagannath Baladev Subhadra Maharani Ki Jai. Shiva Jayo Jaya Gora Chande Artika Shobha
Shiva Jayo Jayo Gora Chande Arati Koshobha
Shiva Jayo Jaya Gora Chande Artika Shobha
Shiva Jayo Jayo Gora Chande
Janavitavane Jagamanaloba Dakinitachan Vamegadadhara Nikate Advaitashini Rasa Chatadhara Nikate Advaitashini Rasa Simhasane Rasi Yache Goracha Ratna Simhasane Arati Gorena Brahma Hari Madura, Madura, Madura Baji Nitagora Haribo, Haribo, Haribo Nitagora Haribo, Nitai Gora Haribo. Nitai Gora Haribo, 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 Nitai Gora Haribo, Nitai Gora Haribo. Bahu Koti Chandra Jini Varana Ujvala Sampara Bhakati Vinora Deke Gorara Sampara Ivajayo Chande Haratika Shobha Janavita Savane Jagamana Loba Jaga Jaga Manalova Gorangera Shova Jaga 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 Manalova Jaga Jaga Manalova Nitagora Haribo 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 Nitagora Haribo Nitai Gora Haribo, 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 Nitai Gora Haribol Nitai Gora Namah Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Shrimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatyare Shatarine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Shri Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare, Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare. Jaya Goranitai, Jaya Goranitai, Jaya Goranitai, Shri Goranitai, Jaya. Nitai Goranga, Nitai Goranga, Nitai Goranga, Nitai Goranga. Nitai Goranga Gora Hari, Nitai Goranga Gora Hari, Jai Sachinandana, Jai Sachinandana, Jai Sachinandana, Jai Sachinandana. Jai Sachinandana Gora Hari, Jai Sachinandana Gora Hari, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Shri Prabhupada, Jaya. Prabhupada, Jaya Shri Prabhupada. Nitai Gora Hari Bol, Nitai Gora Hari Bol. Hari Bol, Nitai Gora Hari Bol. This confounder in charge of buying grace, Srila Prabhupada Ki. Pakistan, Prabhupada Ki. Venture Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Radhadesh Gora Bhakti Ki. Shri Radha Krishna Gopal Gopinath Shyamakun Radhavan Giri Govardhan Ki. Dam Dam Ki Jai, Michael Dam Ki Jai, Dam Ki Jai, Radhedesh Dam Ki Jai, Radhedesh Manal Sukharana 36 Ki. Nitai Gaur Premanande Ganway Ki Jai, Ki Jai, Bhakti Devi Ki Jai, Transcendental Buddhist Vision Ki Jai. All glories to seven devotees. All glories to seven devotees. All glories to all seven devotees. Guru Garuda. All glories to Prabhupada Ki Jai. Appreciate your prayers.
Namaste Narasimhaya. Jagadish Hare, Jai Jagadish Hare, Avakara Kamala Hare. Prahlad Maharaj ki Nitai Gaur Premanandi.
Krishna Krishna.
Krishna, 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 Hey, Krishna, 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 Hey, Krishna, 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 Rakshama. Krishna 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 Parima Krishna 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 Parima Rama Raghava Rama Raghava Rama Raghava Rakshama Rama Raghava Rama Krishna Keshava Krishna Keshava Krishna Keshava Parima Krishna Keshava Krishna Keshava Krishna Keshava Parima Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Prabhupada Srila Prabhupada Jaya So, popular demand, we are reading from Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and we are reading from a chapter called
Delivery of the message of Krishna to the gopis.
and it's in page
397.
Good, that's the page I also had. Chapter 47, Delivery of the Message of Krishna to the Gopis. When the gopis saw Uddhava, they observed that his features almost exactly resembled those of Krishna, and they could understand that he was a great devotee of Krishna's. His arms were very long, his eyes were just like the petals of the lotus flower. He was dressed in yellow garments and wore a garland of lotus flowers. His face was very beautiful. Having achieved the liberation of Swarupya, and thus having the same bodily features as the Lord, Uddhava looked almost like Krishna. And in Krishna's absence, the gopis had been coming dutifully to visit Mother Yashoda's house early in the morning. They knew that Nanda Maharaj and Mother Yashoda were always grief-stricken, and they had made it their first duty to come and pay their respects to the most exalted elder personalities of Vrindavan. Seeing the friend of Krishna, Nanda and Yashoda would remember Krishna himself and be satisfied, and the gopis also would be pleased by seeing Nanda and Yashoda. When the gopis saw that Uddhava was representing Krishna even in his bodily features, they thought he must be a soul completely surrendered unto the Supreme Personality of Godhead. They began to contemplate, who is this boy who looks like Krishna? He has the same eyes like lotus petals, the same raised nose and beautiful face, and he is smiling in the same way. In all the respects, he resembles Krishna, Shyamsundar, the beautiful blackish boy. He is even dressed exactly like Krishna. Where has this boy come from? Who is the fortunate girl who has him for her husband? Thus they talked among themselves. They were very anxious to know about him, and because they were simple, unsophisticated village girls, they surrounded Uddhava.
When the gopis understood that Uddhava had a message from Krishna, they became very happy and called him to a secluded place and offered him a nice sitting place. They wanted to talk with him very freely and did not want to be embarrassed before unknown persons. They welcomed him with polite words and great submissiveness. We know that you are a most confidential associate of Krishna, that he has therefore sent you to Vrindavan to give solace to his father and mother. We can understand that family affection is very strong. Even great sages who have taken to the renounced order of life cannot give up family affection 100%. Sometimes They think of their family members. Krishna has therefore sent you to his father and mother. Otherwise, he has no further business in Vrindavan. He is now in town. What does he have to know about Vrindavan village or the cows' pasturing grounds? These are not at all useful for Krishna, because he is now a man of the city. Surely he has nothing to do with persons who do not happen to be his family members. Friendship with those outside the family continue as long as there is some selfish interest in them. Otherwise, why should one bother about those outside the family? Specifically, a person attached to the wives of others is interested in them as long as there is a need for sense gratification, just as bumblebees have interest in flowers as long as they want to take the honey out of them. It is psychologically very natural that a prostitute does not care for her paramour as soon as he loses his money. Similarly, when the citizens find that the government is incapable of giving them full protection, they leave the country. A student, after finishing his education, gives up his relationship with the teacher and the school. A priest, after taking his reward from the worshipper, gives him up. When the fruit season is over, birds are no longer interested in the tree. Just after eating in the house of a host, the guest gives up his relationship with him. After a forest fire where there is a scarcity of green grass, deer and other animals give up the forest. And so a man, after enjoying his girlfriend, gives up his connection with her. In this way, all the gopis indirectly accuse Krishna by citing many examples.
Oh my.
Uddhava understood that the gopis of Vrindavan were all simply absorbed in the thought of Krishna and his childhood activities. While talking about Krishna with Uddhava, they forgot all about their household business. They even forgot about themselves as their interest in Krishna increased more and more. One of the gopis, named Srimati Radharani, was so much absorbed in thoughts of Krishna by dint of her personal touch with him that she actually began to talk with a bumblebee which was flying there and trying to touch her lotus feet. While the other gopis were talking with Krishna's messenger Uddhava, Srimati Radharani took that bumblebee to be a messenger from Krishna and began to talk with it as follows. Bumblebee, you are accustomed to drinking honey from flower to flower, and therefore you have preferred to be a messenger of Krishna, who is of the same nature as you. I can see on your mustache the red powder of kunkuma, which was smeared on the flower garland of Krishna while it was pressed against the breasts of some other girl who is my competitor. You feel very proud because of having touched that garland, and your mustache has become reddish. You have come here carrying a message for me, anxious to touch my feet, but my dear bumblebee, let me warn you, don't touch me. I don't want any message from your unreliable master. You are the unreliable servant of an unreliable master. It may be that Srimati Radharani purposely addressed the bumblebee sarcastically in order to indirectly criticize the messenger Uddhava. Like the other gopis, Srimati Radharani saw that Uddhava's bodily features resembled Krishna's, but she also saw Uddhava as being equal to Krishna. Indirectly, therefore, she indicated that Uddhava was as unreliable as Krishna himself. Srimati Radharani wanted to give specific reason why she was dissatisfied with Krishna and his messenger.
She addressed the bumblebee. Your master Krishna is exactly of your quality. You sit down on a flower and after tasting a little honey, you immediately fly away and sit on another flower and taste. Similarly, only once did your master Krishna give me the chance to taste the touch of his lips, and then he left me with altogether. I know that also the goddess of fortune Lakshmi, who is always in the midst of the lotus flower, is constantly engaged in Krishna's service. But I do not know how she has become so captivated by Krishna and why she is so much attached to Krishna, although she knows his actual character. Maybe she is so much captivated by Krishna's sweet words that she cannot understand his real character. As far as we are concerned, we are more intelligent than the goddess of fortune. We are not going to be cheated anymore by Krishna or his messengers. According to expert opinion, Lakshmi, the goddess of fortune, is a subordinate expansion of Srimad Radharani. As Krishna has numerous expansions of Vishnumurtis, so his pleasure potency Radharani also has innumerable expansions of goddess of fortune. Therefore, the goddess of fortune Lakshmiji is always eager to be elevated to the position of the gopis. Srimati Radharani continued, "You foolish bumblebee, you are trying to satisfy me and get a reward by singing the glories of Krishna, but it is a useless attempt. We gopis are bereft of all our possessions. We are away from our homes and families. We know very well about Krishna. We know even more than you. So whatever you make up about him will be all the stories to us. Krishna is now in the city and is better known as the friend of Arjuna. He has now many new girlfriends who are no doubt very happy in his association. Because the lusty burning sensation of their breasts has been satisfied by Krishna, they are now happy. If you go there and glorify Krishna, they may be pleased to reward you. You are just trying to pacify me by your behavior as flatterer, and therefore you have put your head under my feet. But I know the trick you are trying to play. I know that you are a messenger coming from an even greater trickster, Krishna. Therefore, please leave me."
I can understand that you are expert in reuniting two opposing parties, but at the same time, you must know that I cannot place my reliance upon you, nor upon your master Krishna. We left our husbands, children, and relatives only for Krishna, yet he did not feel any obligation in exchange. At last, he left us forlorn. Do you think we can place our faith in him again? We know that Krishna cannot live for a moment without the association of young women. That's his nature. He is finding difficulty in Mathura because he is no longer in the village among innocent coward girls. He is in an aristocratic society and must be feeling difficulty in making friendship with other young girls. Perhaps you have come here to canvass again, or to take us there. But why should Krishna accept us to go there? He is greatly qualified to entice all other girls, not only in Vrindavan or Mathura, but all over the universe. His wonderfully enchanting smile is so attractive, and the movements of his eyebrows are so beautiful, that he can call for any woman from the heavenly middle or platonic planets. Even Mahalakshmi, the greatest of all the goddesses of fortune, hankers to render him some service. In comparison to all the women of the universe, what are we? We are insignificant. Krishna advertised himself as magnanimous, and he is praised by great saints. His qualifications would be perfectly utilized if he would only show us some mercy, for we are so much downtrodden and neglected by him. You poor messenger, you are only a less intelligent servant. You do not know much about Krishna, how ungrateful and hard-hearted he has been, not only in this life, but in his previous lives also. We have all heard this from our grandmother, Paranamasi. She has informed us that Krishna was born in a Kshatriya family previous to his birth and was known as Ramachandra. At that birth, instead of killing Vali, an enemy of his friend, in the matter of a Kshatriya, he killed him just like a hunter. A hunter takes a secure hiding place and then kills an animal without facing it. So, Lord Ramachandra as a Kshatriya should have fought with Vali face to face, but instigated by his friend, he killed him from behind a tree. Thus he deviated from the religious principles of a Kshatriya. Also, he was so attracted by the beauty of Sita that he converted Suparnaka, the sister of Ravana, into an ugly woman by cutting off her nose and ears. Suparnika proposed an intimate relationship with him, and as a Kshatriya he should have satisfied her. But he was so handpicked that he could not forget Sita Devi and converted Suparnika into an ugly woman. Before the birth of the Kshatriya, He took his birth as a Brahmana boy known as Vamanadev and asked charity from Bali Maharaj. Bali Maharaj was so magnanimous that he gave him whatever he had. Yet Krishna as Vamanadev ungratefully arrested him, just like a crow, and pushed him down to the Patala kingdom. We know all about Krishna and how ungrateful he is, but here's the difficulty. In spite of his being so cruel and hard-hearted, it is very difficult for us to give up talking about him. And it's not only we who are unable to give up this talk, but great sages and saintly persons also engaged in talking about him. We gopis of Vrindavan do not want to make any more friendship with this blackish boy, but we do not know how we shall be able to give up remembering and talking about his activities. Now it's quite silent.
Since Krishna is absolute, his so-called unkind activities are as relishable as his kind activities. Therefore, saintly persons and great devotees like the gopis cannot give up Krishna in any circumstances. Lord Chaitanya therefore prayed, Krishna, you are free and independent in all respects. You can either embrace me or crush me under your feet. Whatever you like, you may make me broken-hearted by not letting me see you throughout my whole life, but you are my only object of love. In my opinion, Srimati Radharani continued, no one should hear about Krishna, because as soon as a drop of the nectar of his transcendental activities is poured into the ear, one immediately rises above the duality of attraction and rejection. Being completely freed from the contamination of material attachment, one gives up attachment to this material world, including family, home, wife, children, and everything else materially dear to every person. Being deprived of all material acquisitions, one makes his relatives and himself unhappy. Then he wanders in search of Krishna, either as a human being or in other species of life, even as a bird. And so to actually understand Krishna, and voluntarily accepts the profession of a mendicant. It is very difficult to actually understand Krishna, his name, his qualities, his form, his pastimes, his paraphernalia, and his entourage. Srimati Radharani continued to speak to the black messenger of Krishna. Please do not talk any more about Krishna. It is better to talk about something else. We are already doomed like the black spotted deer, she-deer in the forest, who are enchanted by the sweet musical vibration of the hunter. In the same way, we have been enchanted by the sweet words of Krishna. By thinking of the rays of his toenails again and again, we are becoming more and more lusty for his association. Therefore, I request you not to talk of Krishna anymore.
These talks of Radharani with the bumblebee messenger, including her accusing Krishna in so many ways, and at the same time expressing her inability to give up talking about him, are signs of the topmost transcendental ecstasy called Mahabhav. The ecstatic Mahabhav manifestation is possible only in the persons of Radharani and her associates. Great acharyas like Srila Rupa Goswami and Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur have analyzed these Mahabhav speeches of Srimati Radharani and described their different varieties, such as Udhurna, or bewilderment, and Jalpa Pratijalpa, or talking in different ways. These are the signs of Ujjvala Rasa, or the brightest jewel of love of God. While Radharani was talking with the bee and the bee was flying hither and thither, it all of a sudden disappeared from her sight. She was in full mourning due to separation from Krishna, and felt ecstasy by talking with the bee. But as soon as the bee disappeared, she became almost mad, thinking that the messenger bee might have returned to Krishna to inform him all about her talking against him. Krishna must be very sorry to hear it, she thought. In this way, she was overwhelmed by another type of ecstasy.
In the meantime, the bee, flying hither and thither, appeared before her again. She thought, Krishna is still kind to me. In spite of the messengers carrying disruptive messages, he is so kind that he has again sent the bee to take me to him. Srimati Radharani was very careful this time not to say anything against Krishna. My dear friend, I welcome you, she said. Krishna is so kind that he has again sent you. Krishna is so kind and affectionate to me that he has fortunately sent you back, in spite of your carrying my message against him. All good fortune to you, my dear friend. Now you may ask from me whatever you want. I shall give you anything, because you are so kind to me. You have come to me to take me to Krishna because he is not able to come here, being surrounded by new girlfriends in Mathura. But you are a tiny creature. How can you take me there? How will you be able to help me meet Krishna while he is taking rest there with the goddess of fortune and embracing her to his chest? Never mind, let us forget all these things about my going there or sending you. Please let me know how Krishna is faring in Mathura. Tell me if he still remembers his foster father Nanda Maharaj, his affectionate mother Yashoda, his coward friends, and his poor friends like us, the gopis. I am sure he must sometimes sing about us, who served him just like maidservants without any payment. Is there any possibility that Krishna will come back and place his Guru-scented hand on our heads? Please put all these inquiries to Krishna.
Uddhava was standing near, and he heard Radharani talking in this way. As if she had become almost mad for Krishna, he was exceedingly surprised at how the gopis were accustomed to thinking of Krishna constantly in the topmost ecstasy of Mahabhav love. He had brought a message in writing from Krishna, and now he wanted to present it before the gopis just to pacify them. He said, My dear gopis, your mission of human life is now successful. You are all wonderful devotees of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Therefore, you are eligible to be worshipped by all kinds of people. You are worshipable throughout the three worlds because your minds are wonderfully absorbed in the thoughts of Vasudeva Krishna. He is the goal of all pious activities and ritualistic performance, such as giving charity, rigidly following the austerities of vows, undergoing severe penances, and igniting the fire of sacrifice. He is the purpose behind chanting different mantras, reading the Vedas, controlling the senses, and concentrating the mind in meditation. These are some of the many different processes for self-realization and attainment of perfection of life. But actually, they are meant only for realizing Krishna and dovetailing oneself in the transcendental loving service of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. This is the last instruction of the Bhagavad Gita also. Although there are descriptions of different processes of self-realization, at the end, Krishna recommends that one give up everything and simply surrender unto him. All other processes are meant for teaching one how to surrender, ultimately unto the lotus feet of Krishna. Bhagavad Gita also says that this surrendering process is completed by a sincere person after executing the processes of self-realization in wisdom and austerity for many births.
Since the perfection of such austerity was completely manifested in the lives of the gopis, Uddhava was satisfied upon seeing their transcendental position. He continued, My dear gopis, the mentality you have developed in relationship with Krishna is very, very difficult to attain, even for great sages and saintly persons. You have attained the highest perfectional stage of life. It is a great boon decided to have Krishna only, giving up your families, homes, relatives, husbands, and children for the sake of the Supreme Personality. Because your minds are now fully absorbed in Krishna, the Supreme Soul, universal love has automatically developed in you. I think myself very fortunate that I have been favored by your grace to see you in this situation. When Uddhava said that he had a message from Krishna, the gopis were more interested in hearing the message than in hearing about their exalted position. They did not very much like being praised for their high position. They showed their anxiety to hear the message Uddhava had brought them from Krishna. Uddhava said, My dear gopis, I am especially deputed to carry this message to you, who are such great and gentle devotees. Krishna has specifically sent me to you because I am his most confidential servitor.
Uddhava did not deliver the gopis the written message brought from Krishna, but he personally read it to them. The message was very gravely written, so that not only the gopis but all empiric philosophers might understand how pure love of God is intrinsically integrated with all the different energies of the Supreme Lord. From Vedic information, it is understood that the Supreme Lord has multi-energies. Parasya Shaktir Vividaiva Shruyate. Also, the gopis were such intimate personal friends of Krishna that while he was writing the message for them, he was so moved that he could not write distinctly. Uddhava, as a student of Brihaspati, had very sharp intelligence, so instead of handing over the written message, he thought it wise to read it personally and explain it to them. Uddhava continued, "These are the words of the personality of Godhead. My dear gopis, my dear friends, please know that separation between ourselves is impossible at any time, any place, or under any circumstances, because I'm all-pervading."
This all-pervasiveness of Krishna is explained in the Bhagavad Gita in both the 9th and 7th chapters. In the 9th chapter, Krishna is described as all-pervasive in his impersonal feature. Everything rests in him, but he is not personally present everywhere, and in the 7th chapter it is stated that the 5 gross elements, earth, water, fire, air, and sky, and the 3 subtle elements, mind, intelligence, and ego, are all his inferior energies. But there is another superior energy, which is called the living entity. Living entities are also directly part and parcel of Krishna. Therefore, Krishna is both the material and the efficient cause of everything. He is always intermingled with everything as cause and effect. Not only the gopis, but all living entities are always inseparably connected with Krishna in all circumstances. The gopis, however, are perfectly and thoroughly in cognition of this relationship with Krishna, whereas the living entities under the spell of Maya, the illusory energy, are forgetful of Krishna and think themselves separate identities, having no connection with him. Love of Krishna or Krishna consciousness is therefore the perfection of real knowledge or understanding things as they are. Our minds can never be vacant. The mind is constantly occupied with some kind of thought, and the subject matter of such thought cannot be outside the 8 elements of Krishna's energy. One who knows this philosophical aspect of all thoughts is actually a wise man, and he surrenders unto Krishna. The gopis are the epitome of this perfectional stage of knowledge. They are not simple mental speculators. Their minds are always in Krishna. The mind is nothing but the energy of Krishna. Actually, any person who can think, feel, and will cannot be separated from Krishna. But the stage in which he can understand his eternal relationship with Krishna is called Krishna consciousness. The diseased condition in which he cannot understand his eternal relationship with Krishna is the contaminated stage of Maya. Since the gopis are on the platform of pure transcendental knowledge, their minds are always filled with Krishna consciousness. For example, there is no separation between fire and air. There is no separation between Krishna and the living entities. When the living entities forget Krishna, they are not in their normal condition. As for the gopis, because they are always thinking of Krishna, they are on the absolute stage of perfection in knowledge. The so-called empiric philosophers sometimes think that the path of bhakti is meant for the less intelligent. But unless the so-called man in knowledge comes to the platform of bhakti, his knowledge is certainly impure and imperfect. Actually, the stage of forgetfulness of our eternal relationship with Krishna is separation. But that is not illusory because there is no such separation. That is also illusory because there is no such separation. The gopis were not situated in that illusory condition of life, so even from the philosophical point of view, for them there was no separation.
Uddhava continued reading Krishna's message. Nothing is separate from me. The whole cosmic manifestation is resting on me and is not separate from me. Before the creation, I was existing. This is confirmed in the Vedic literature. Ego Narayana Asin Na Brahma Nirshana. Before creation, there was only Narayan. There was no Brahma and no Shiva. The whole cosmic manifestation is manipulated by the three modes of material nature. It is said that Brahma, the incarnation of the quality of passion, created this universe, but Brahma is the secondary creator. The original creator is Narayan. This is confirmed by Shankaracharya, Narayana Paro Vyaktat. Narayan is transcendental, beyond this cosmic creation. In this way, nothing within this cosmic manifestation is separate from Krishna, although Krishna's original form is not visible in everything.
Krishna creates, maintains, and annihilates the whole cosmic manifestation by expanding himself in different incarnations. Everything is Krishna, and everything depends on Krishna, but he is not perceived in the material energy, and therefore it is called Maya, or illusion. In the spiritual energy, however, Krishna is perceived at every step, in all circumstances. This perfectional stage of understanding is represented by the gopis. As Krishna is always aloof from the cosmic manifestation, although it is completely dependent on him, so a living entity is also completely aloof from his material conditioned life, although the material body has developed on the basis of spiritual existence. In the Bhagavad Gita, the whole cosmic manifestation is accepted as the mother of the living entities, and Krishna is the father. As the father impregnates the mother by injecting the living entity within the womb, Krishna injects all the living entities into the womb of material nature. They come out in different bodies according to their different fruitive activities, but in all circumstances the living entity is aloof from this material condition of life. If we simply study our own bodies, we can understand how a living entity is always aloof from this bodily engagement. Every action of the body takes place by the interactions of the three modes of material nature. We can see at every moment many changes taking place in our bodies, but the spirit soul is aloof from all changes. One can neither create nor annihilate nor interfere with the actions of material nature. The living entity is therefore entrapped by the material body and conditioned in three stages, namely while awake, asleep, and unconscious. The mind acts throughout all these three conditions of life. The living entity, in his sleeping or dreaming condition, sees something as real, and when awake he sees the same thing as unreal. It is concluded, therefore, that under certain circumstances he accepts something as real, and under other circumstances he accepts the very same thing as unreal. These matters are the subject of study for the empiric philosopher or the Sankhya Yogi. To come to the right conclusion, Sankhya Yogis undergo severe austerities and penances, practicing control of the senses and renunciation.
All these different ways of determining the ultimate goal of life are compared to rivers, and Krishna is compared to the ocean. As the rivers flow down towards the ocean, all attempts for knowledge flow towards Krishna. After many, many births of endeavor, when one actually comes to Krishna, he attains the perfectional stage. Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, Klesho dikatatus tas, tesham avyaktash takta chetasam. All are pursuing the path of realizing me, but those who have adopted courses without any bhakti find their endeavor very troublesome. Krishna cannot be understood unless one comes to the point of bhakti. Three paths are enunciated. Three paths are enunciated in the Bhagavad Gita: Karma Yoga, Jnana Yoga, and Bhakti Yoga. Those who are too much addicted to fruitive activities are advised to perform actions which will bring them to bhakti. Those who are addicted to the pursuit of empiric philosophy are also advised to act in such a way that they will realize bhakti. Karma Yoga is therefore different from ordinary karma, and Jnana Yoga is different from ordinary jnana. Ultimately, as stated by the Lord in the Bhagavad Gita, Bhaktya mam adi janati, only through executing of execution of devotional service can one understand Krishna. The perfectional stage of devotional service is achieved by the gopis because they did not care to know anything but Krishna. It is confirmed in the Vedas, Keshmin yo bhagavo vidyante sarvamitam vijantam bhavantati. Thus means that simply by knowing Krishna, one automatically acquires all other knowledge.
Uddhava continued reading Krishna's message. Transcendental knowledge of the Absolute is no longer necessary for you. You were accustomed to loving me from the very beginning of your lives. Knowledge of the Absolute Truth is specifically required for persons who want liberation from material existence. But one who has attained love for Krishna is already on the platform of liberation. As stated in the Bhagavad Gita, anyone engaged in unalloyed devotional service is to be considered situated on the transcendental platform of liberation. The gopis did not actually feel any pangs of material existence, but they felt the separation of Krishna. Krishna therefore said, "My dear gopis, to increase your super excellent love for me, I have purposefully separated myself from you, so that you may be in constant meditation on me." The gopis are in the perfectional stage of meditation. Yogis are generally more fond of meditating than of executing devotional service to the Lord. But they do not know that the perfection of the yoga system is the attainment of devotion. This constant meditation on Krishna by the gopis is confirmed in the Bhagavad Gita to be the topmost yoga. Krishna knew very well the psychology of woman. When a woman's beloved is away, she thinks of him more in meditation than when he is present before her. Krishna wanted to teach through the behavior of the gopis that one who is constantly entranced like the gopis surely attains his lotus feet. Lord Chaitanya taught people in general the method of Vipralambha Seva, which is the method of rendering service unto the Supreme Personality of Godhead in the feeling of separation. The 6 Goswamis also taught worship of Krishna in the feeling of the gopis in separation. The prayers composed by Srinivasacharya about the Goswamis explain these matters very clearly. Srinivasacharya said that the Goswamis were always absorbed in the ocean of transcendental feelings in the mood of the gopis. When they lived in Vrindavan, they were searching for Krishna, crying, "Where are you, Krishna? O gopis, where are you? Where are you, Srimati Radharani?" They never said, "We have now seen Radha and Krishna, and therefore our mission is fulfilled." Their mission remained always unfulfilled. They never met Radha and Krishna.
Krishna reminded the gopis that at the time of the Rasa dance, those gopis who could not join in for the Rasa Lila gave up their bodies simply by thinking of him. Absorption in Krishna consciousness by feeling separation is just the quickest method for attainment to the lotus feet of Krishna. By the personal statement of Krishna, the gopis were convinced.